computer. All right, we are recording. So, Amanda, you're first, and I see you just took your picture off, so chances are you're getting naked. You are in your bedroom where all the magic happens. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa Martin. I am a 25K affiliate shooting for 50K this month with HempWorks. I'm about 5.5 months in the business. And I was able to quit my job about 2 weeks ago because of this business to just be a full-time CBD slinging mama. So prior to that, I was working about 60, 70 hours a week. And I actually feel like the past couple of weeks I've been like recuperating on all the sleep I missed out on during the past like 4.5 months. Like it just hit me. All of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I'm exhausted. So, but that doesn't mean I'm slowing anything down. So I'm super excited about tonight. We do a Sunday night huddle every Sunday, a new topic. Tonight's topic is going to be on working your business face-to-face, belly-to-belly, business-to-business. And I got 2 rock stars that we are interviewing that have been in under 2 months. And we're going to interview these 2 rock stars, and they're both on the leaderboard. Both are doing really amazing belly-to-belly and social media. But we're going to talk about that and playing to your strengths while you learn what you're not so strong at. And so I'm going to interview them. Both of them have like 17 or 18 enrollments so far for the month. They're averaging at least 1 a day. I think it's pretty freaking awesome. And they're both trending to promote to 5K just from the work they've been doing this month. So it's really exciting. And I'm going to go ahead and start with Miss Amanda Greenwood. So Amanda, go ahead and tell us your name, where you're from, and who got you into the business.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Super sweet. So my name is Amanda Greenwood. I signed under Miss Melissa because I know Melissa from another company prior to HempWorks, but I signed with Melissa. I've known her for several years. We are friends. We've hung out. We've partied. It's been a blast. So I started, oh God, when did I start, Melissa? Like the 30th?
Yeah,
of
you
October?
started actually.
Like Halloween, right around there.
Yeah, Halloween. On Halloween day, I'm pretty sure.
Like
your network connection's really bad, it says.
So I've been in for yeah. So I started, and I've been in for like a month and a half now, obviously, and I have a little bit of prior MLM experience, not a whole lot, but I'm really, when I get comfortable with talking about the products, I get much more comfortable talking to people. You know what I'm saying? So I learn as much as I can about the products, and the more you know, the more intelligently you can speak on the products, and the more confident you are and comfortable you are. So I did my research.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say, will you tell? It's like really choppy.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, okay, will you tell us like any previous jobs you've had and why you decided to give the CBD industry a go?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I am in the military. I just hit 12 years active duty Army in July. So as you can imagine, being in the military, it gives you your aches and pains and oohs and owies. So I was looking for a more natural route. I was watching. I was one of those people who was watching, and I was waiting to see what was going to happen with this whole HempWorks thing, because I saw some people getting into it, and I was like, all right. And I just kind of sat back, and I was like, let me see what this is about. And I do have pretty bad anxiety, and I decided to give this oil a shot because I was taking almost about a milligram of Klonopin. And for you who are not familiar with anti-anxiety medications, it can be a highly addictive benzodiazepine, and it's just like a step under Xanax. So I started the oil. I stopped because I was going to deploy, and then that deployment got canceled. And I tried to do the right thing. I got on the medication, right? The right thing. According to the military, what we tell our soldiers to do is go talk to somebody, get on your meds, do this, that, and the third. And so they started me on that. And while it did its job, I did not like the way that it made me feel. I was walking around kind of feeling like a zombie. So I got back on the oil, and I haven't had to take a Klonopin in like 2 months. So it's been wonderful for me. Unfortunately, in our line of work, I feel like a lot of people are over medicated, especially those who get out and go to the VA. They're over medicated, and they get addicted to painkillers. They get addicted to the benzos. They get addicted to a lot of things. So I kind of wanted to get away from that and go the more natural route. So I'm taking it. My kids are taking it. My pets are taking it. So I got the whole daggone family on the oil and everything.
So I know you're a big rock star on social media as well. And it was kind of like, so we're in no way saying that you guys should go after active duty military as far as being customers or affiliates. Like, that's a whole nother topic of conversation that can be addressed privately. But what I would like to say in regards to that is, at first, Amanda was very hesitant about being social media heavy. And while she has a really good presence on social media, I mean, like, she's a freaking gorgeous rock star, badass, like, Army babe. So, so that helps with her presence on social media. I mean, I think it does, but who wouldn't want to follow her? But she has like some major strengths as far as working belly to belly, and you'll see she's wearing her Hempworks sweatshirt. In the very beginning, you immediately started like selling to people you were getting a pedicure with, or you were in line with at the grocery store, and now you're focusing on events and businesses and things like that. So can you maybe discuss how you mostly work your business belly to belly, like just different ways you work your business belly to belly, and then how maybe you focus your strengths on growing through? Like, I'm sure you get people that tell you no belly to belly and you don't die, but can maybe touch on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So yes, I am wearing my Hempworks shirt that somebody in our awesome team, not my team directly, but our awesome Hemp Squad team made. And that's part of it. I wear it anywhere. I mean, I have another couple of CBD shirts that I wear, and it's just advertising. People, especially down here in Texas, because it's still a very gray area, even with the 2018 Farm Bill, it's still a very gray state. So I wear this and I kind of get looks, and people are like, and this guy stopped me one day, and I don't know if he's on here, Bill. He stopped me one day. I was in Walmart. I was doing some Christmas shopping for the kids. I legit went in for like one thing and came out with like 6. And I'm standing in line, and I kind of nonchalantly like turned so the front of my shirt could be seen, and he happened to be behind me with his son, and he's like, "Hey, I have to ask you, like, what is this?" And we stood there until I was literally walking away from the cash register. Okay, baby, dry yourself off. Sorry, my kids are just getting out of the bath. So I was literally walking away from the cash register, and he stopped me, and he's like, "Dude, what does this explain?" And he was already very well versed in CBD because his aunt had been on CBD before and had just come off a whole bunch of medications. So he was very interested to know about our line. So we stood there and had a conversation, and I gave him my business card, and I said, "Hey, we do these online events where we do free giveaways. If you want to friend me on Facebook, I would love to invite you to one, and we can get you some free giveaways, and you can learn a lot more about our product line and our company in particular." He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So he friended me on Facebook, got on one of those events, and sure as shit, like, sorry, I'm sorry, I curse a little bit.
It's expected.
So sure enough, he called me after one event, and he was sitting there with his best friend, and we sat there for an hour and a half on the phone talking about the business, about the products, about the opportunity, and both of them joined. I met them at Starbucks, and Bill signed under me, and then his best friend signed under him. So it's you just make it personable. Just yesterday, so that's kind of how I work my business belly to belly. I advertise. I just walk around. I'm not the type of person who's just going to walk up to somebody and be like, hey, have you heard of CBD? That's not me. It's totally not me. But I will wear a shirt, and if I keep my ears open, if somebody's talking about anxiety, depression, chronic pain, back pain, big thing in the military. If anybody's talking about that, I'm like, dude, guess what? I have something that could probably help you. And then we just start talking. But people see this and they're curious and they're like, what is that exactly? Can you tell me a little bit more? And so that's how I work belly to belly. As far as the events go,
yeah, can you maybe
so somebody on the list team, I believe is on here. I haven't scrolled through this.
It's breaking up again, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, can you give an example? Like yesterday you had a situation where you got off your ass, you went to go talk to a business a long ways away. So maybe just elaborate on that a little bit. Maybe not as much as you elaborated with me, but I mean, unless you want to, I don't care.
We're cool. So from Melissa's team had actually, Whitney, I believe she's on here. She and I are going to work a Tattoo and Harley Expo next month down in Corpus Christi, which is like 4 hours away from where I live. And it just so happened that because of the Facebook algorithm, because I'm going to that event, these other events popped up that were similar to it. So I start scrolling through and I click on this event and I'm like, I want to do this Tattoo Expo in April. So I text the guy and I'm like, hey, my name is Amanda. I'm an independent affiliate with a company called HempWorks, A, B, and C, right? So he texts me back and he's like, yeah, absolutely. I've been looking for like a reputable CBD brand. And I'm like, I'm your girl. Like, what's up? So I offered to drive out to their tattoo shop, which is, like I said, 4 hours away, and talk about the business opportunity and the products. So I made that trip yesterday. I went over the wholesale versus executive pack option with them, executive packs. And so what they decided to do was purchase one executive pack. They're going to put it on their shelves, sell it at retail price, and depending on how quickly it sells, they're all in. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to send them some information on the products so they can speak intelligently on them, so they can price it correctly. And then we're going to kind of go from there. But just in going down there, the one guy, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Ink Masters, but the co-owner of the shop knows the guy who runs all of the conventions for the Ink Masters tattoo convention. So he's gonna hook me up with him. That's huge. That's huge for events. And then yeah, they were just really cool. And I
think the cool thing with this
a little extra out of the deal. So
oh my god. I think the cool thing too, well, aside from that, God, I wish, like, I feel like I'm under, like, I can't even say what all you did, but like, it's like, I feel like I have to tell somebody, but anyways,
cool.
You what?
I don't care. Yeah, I got free piercing. Cool.
Yes, Amanda got free work done because of this. But anyways, I think the cool thing too is, like, you also leveraged the event to the organizer, and you were like, hey, like, this is something where we could actually represent for you, and you guys could have some skin in the game as to what we sell. Like, can we work a deal out on the cost of this event and potentially discuss the business with you to make, double, triple, quadruple what I would be giving you anyways. So you got your event fee, I think was lower now, way lower. And you got a new affiliate. So like you not only saved money, but you made money. And so I think that's really, really awesome. So, okay. So Teresa, I see your questions in the chat. I am not going to address that here on the recording, but we can after discuss that. And does anybody, while I was going to ask you for like a sample pitch, Amanda, but I think you kind of went into it already. Would you have any suggestions for teammates in what to bring and what types of businesses to cold call, and what you would say to start the conversation? I know you said earlier, you keep your ears open and you're like, hey, like I have something that could potentially help you. And that's what I do too. But like, what would you bring to this event, and what types of businesses would you suggest like going into?
Oh God, I can't think of anything that CBD. Honestly, I mean, so that's kind of I'm comfortable with those people. I'm comfortable with tattoo artists. I'm comfortable with teachers. I'm comfortable with everybody. Honestly, everybody. I mean, being who I am, I can talk to anybody. So with that said, if I go into a place and I get a really good vibe from somebody, I'll be like, dude, can I give you a business card? Like, can I trade you? I'll trade you this for that. Like, you give me my products, you give me my coffee, and I'm going to give you a business card, and we're going to chat. So, I mean, it depends on how comfortable you are. And I don't know if you guys watch the Color Personality Zoom. If you have not, absolutely plug into that, because it's huge, and it plays a very large role in how you're going to interact with people, depending on what your color personality is and what you think their color personality is, based on how well you know them and what their job is. So
as far as like what did you bring to your meeting with them?
I brought everything, all my products that I have. So I don't keep any of the THC tinctures in the house, but I brought my THC free 500. I brought the pet oil, the pet treats, the pain rub, the revive and renew, and what the hell else? Oh, and I have the Trim 365 spray as well.
Okay. Did you bring all your brochures and stuff like that too? You got in your kit, or?
So I had a little binder, and I printed stuff out from the resources tab. And if you guys go into your back office, you can go to the resources tab, and you can just find all that stuff there. 10 reasons why you should try HempWorks. Boom, it's right there, literally in black and white, that you guys can read off of. But I printed all that out. I put it in a nice, pretty little binder, and then I typed up the benefits of going wholesale versus affiliate with executive packs. And so for now, they joined as the shop joined as a preferred customer with an exec pack. And then again, as we'll see how it goes with them selling it at retail. But if it goes very well, then they're all in. They're going to go ahead and do the affiliate 4-pack executive option. And I can send you guys or I can put it, I don't know, like kind of a picture of what it is in the Hemp Squad chat.
Okay,
cool. I can put down what I wrote.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations and thank you for being a rock star. I know follow-up's been huge for you. Does anybody want to ask Amanda questions before we move on to Jason in terms of how she got 17 enrollments so far for the month? Is it 17 or 18?
17.
17. Okay.
It was all about the follow-up, man. You guys have to follow up, and it doesn't matter if they said no initially, or if they showed any inkling of interest at all. Hit them up a few days later, be like, hey, Earl, we're having this special. Hey, I pushed Jenna's $5,000 giveaway so hard. I'm like, dude, this is the last day you guys can get entered to win this contest. What's up? Do you want, I know you want this product because we're talking about A, B, and C.
Yeah.
This is the last day to be in. And I ended up enrolling, I think, 5 people one evening, and then I had like 3 enrollments the next morning, and
I
it's
think
all
this
about
is
the
like
follow-up.
a really huge reason why you should pay attention or at least browse the Rockstar page. In our leadership chat before this, we were talking about adding our teams just to that page simply to know about the contests going on. And yeah, it can be a lot. Like there's times I'm like, oh my God, this is going on and this is going on and this is going on. Just do what you can when you can, but at least give that opportunity to your team because they can move forward and use these like incentives, because a lot of the times these contests are for both new customers and affiliates, and it entices these new people to join or buy, you know, in a timely manner. So, you know, definitely add your people to that and use those as tools. Like tomorrow night, we have an online Monday night event, and people can win free products for just paying attention and watching the videos. So use these as tools to build your business. So yeah, anyone else have any other questions for Amanda? You guys can unmute yourself if you want. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move to Jason now. Jason, you are unmuted, perfect. Amanda, I'm gonna mute you. Perfect. All right, Jason, tell us your name, where you're from, and who got you into the business.
So yeah, Jason Stankus from Tucson, Arizona. I just want to start by saying thank you to Whitney and Melissa because I wouldn't be here without you guys. Yeah, I've been bugging the crap out of you on Messenger, and you haven't blocked me yet, so thank you for that. And just to get an insight into who I am, I want to give a quote. It's from a podcast I heard Jim Carrey, and there's some good quotes in there. So it says, your job is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, you just walk through it. Don't worry if you miss the cue, because there's always doors opening and they keep opening. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. All of decisions are based off of either fear or love. Why not take a chance on faith too? Not religion, but faith. Not hope, but faith. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Hope walks through the fire and faith leaps over it. On the other side of that door is a world starving for new ideas and new leadership. So I just wanted to start there.
Nice. I love Jim Carrey. What's that?
It inspires me. I don't claim to know all the answers. You know, I work my strengths. I don't know a lot of things, but I watch you, Melissa, and I learn from you. So,
I think it's important to always be on a constant learning journey with this. Like, I don't ever claim to know everything. I constantly am working on personal development, leadership training. I show up to my leaders' Zooms and I watch their recordings, and I would not have known about, Credit Wallet had I not, learned from our leaders. And so it is a constant learning journey. And I think that's important to learn from each other. And so you do have a little bit of history with CBD and how it's helped you. Is that something you're comfortable sharing with everybody, or maybe a little bit of that?
So I started looking into this a couple years ago. I'm a 4th generation addict. My family, alcoholics, drug addicts. So I went through a lot of pain to get here. This wasn't easy, but I was open to the possibility. It took me 10 years, to find that opportunity. But when I found it, I wasn't going to waste it. I wasn't going to sit here and say, that sounds cool. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll dip one toe in the water. The universe gave me a gift, and I'm not gonna waste it. That's just the end of the story. I'm not gonna waste my opportunity. I have a chance to heal people and change the world, not just make money. Don't chase money. Money's a byproduct of action. Money's a byproduct of helping people. If you help 1 million people, you're gonna get 1 million. You're gonna be a millionaire. End of story.
Yeah, I agree. What previous jobs did you have? I know you have a little bit of sales history, and so I know you had kind of like, you decided to go all in. You went exec pack, which is, several people have done on here. But I think the cool thing about doing that is like, there's no turning back. When you spend $600 on something, like, it's not like you're like going to sit back and not announce your business and not work your business. And I think that's why, like, I tend to work closer with my executives, because I know that they are ready to go to work. Talk about your previous experience and
So,
Why CBD and how you made it happen?
so first and foremost, I did not have the money to get into this. I found the money to get into this because I knew that it's what I wanted to do. But I certainly didn't have it as far as spare money. I'm a single father, paycheck to paycheck before this happened. And so, yeah, I made it work, and whatever I needed to do to make it work, I made it work. But 20 years in direct sales, I've never seen a product with as much traction as this product. And I think that's because it truly helps people. It's not something you're just selling. It's some way to change the society, the collective consciousness of our country. And we have a duty to do that. We're the front line of it, so in 20 years of direct sales, yeah, I got a lot of experience as far as talking to people belly to belly, but you got to know what you have in front of you. You got a gift in front of you. Someone's giving you a multi-million-dollar business for what, $90, $5.99, whatever you want to do. And what are you going to do with it?
I forgot I was muted. I started talking. I'm all, yeah, talking to myself. Okay, so how do you mostly work the business? Discuss like focusing on your strengths and growing through the daily no's that you get.
So yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I have a lot of weaknesses. I don't pretend that I don't. Social media is one of them. But I feel like if I double down on my strengths and focus to get better on what I'm already good at and multiply what I'm good at, that the weaknesses I'll learn over time. But I mean, we all have individual strengths. Mine happens to be, talking to people because I was in car sales for 10 years. I heard no, 10 times a day before I heard a yes. So I play the law of large numbers. If I talk to 100 people, I know I'm going to sell 20. It's just a matter of getting out and grinding. You don't see the 14-hour days. You see the leaderboard. You can have your leaderboard. I don't care. I'm here to change the world. That's why I'm here.
So tell me like what a day in you looks like, because like I feel like in our previous business, and this is why I love this business so much, because I love events. Like I can't tell you how many events that we worked. I love working that face to face because you literally walk away from someone hugging them. Like they're like, I'm so excited to try this. Like I've been in almost every event. I end up in tears because someone's like, I've been looking for this. Like I cannot wait to try it. And it's crazy. So I absolutely love it. But what does a day in you? So previous to this, it was a lot of like social media. And yeah, that's where I learned how to be. I didn't even know what a hashtag was for the longest time. I always tell people I hated people that used pound signs. I was like, what's with all the damn pound signs like on your posts, And so now that I've learned that, I think like, this is so cool that we get to work at a ground floor opportunity to have these like really face-to-face interactions with people. How are you working your business belly to belly? You wake up and you do what? Tell me a day in Jason.
All right. So I'm up at 6 a.m. every day. I don't think about it. I don't overthink it. I don't have a plan. I know that I'm going to work businesses from 9 to 5, whether that be 30, 40, 50, whatever it is. That's what I do. But you also have to understand when you're doing that you have to have a continuous relationship with your businesses. You need to be support for them. You need to provide them signage. You need to follow up, make sure the product's selling. You need to push traffic to them through social media, because I believe that website sales are organic. And if they see businesses, local businesses that they've been visiting for 10, 15 years selling your product, then they're going to reach out. And that's already starting to happen after 2 weeks. Just by the fact that these local businesses have the product in there. The single end consumers is our goal, but how can you get it to the masses and work smarter, not harder?
Yeah, so explain to people what type of businesses you're going into, and like say you're walking into my business, what is your pitch?
Well, I mean, we have a niche product for every business. Let's be honest. I mean, you got grooming, dog grooming places, pet clinics, veterinarian clinics for the pet products. You got chiropractors, tattoo shops, massage parlors for your creams. You have salons for your anti-aging creams and your moisturizers. You have, your smoke shops for your tinctures and your standard products. So we have a niche to fit every type of business out there. I literally can't keep up because I see 200 businesses I drive past every day that could use our product. There's no lack. There's abundance out there. And who says you have to stay in your city? Who says you can't go to the city up north or south or, east or west? They're everywhere. The whole country is our ground. You don't have to be stuck to a demographic or a zip code. You can go anywhere you want.
Okay, so when you walk into this business, like for example, you just walked into my meat market. It's Melissa's meat market. What are you saying to me? Hi, welcome to
Well,
Melissa's
I
meat
don't think
market. Would you like some meat?
well, I don't think we're in the CBD business. I think we're in the human connection business. I mean, with this product needs a personal touch. You need to, it's medicine. You need to have a personal touch. You need to have a belly, face to face with somebody. It's hard to sell a product online when you have Amazon and eBay and everybody else out there. So when you're getting into a business and you're connecting with people, they're going to buy from someone they trust and they like. End of the story. End of the day. That's what they're going to do. And if they feel your intentions are right and you're doing the right thing, then they're going to buy from you because they feel you're after their best interest as a business, which is bottom line and profit at the end of the day. I would say, hey,
Yeah, that's
my
what I'm
name
like.
is
Give me like an example of what you say.
yeah. Hi, my name is Jason. I'm with HempWorks. I'm an affiliate for HempWorks. I'd like to talk to your business about, buying wholesale CBD industry that's booming, and then just start a conversation. But you need to be adaptable. You need to bounce off of what people say. You can't have a robotic pitch going into a business because every single person is different. You need to be able to, focus on what their hot buttons are. What are they after? Healing? Are they after making money? Are they after, getting media coverage, etc.? You need to just hit hot buttons. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point. Like, it's hard to go in with a sample script of something when, again, like it goes back to those color personalities. When you say the word CBD, and they say CBD, oh, CBD is a big money making industry right now, then to focus on the money. If they go CBD, oh man, CBD is so good for so many things. It helps a lot of people. Then you focus on the products and how they help people, so on and so forth. Watch our color personality video. Check that out. It's on YouTube. We did that last weekend. And like Jason said, being adaptable and bouncing off of what they say. Don't be afraid to fuck it up, guys. Like, that's the biggest problem I see is people don't go and do something because they before they even walk into a place, they're thinking of all the questions that might be asked that they won't be able to answer. At the end of the day, you can always go, you know what? I'm not quite sure yet. I think it's this, but I will find out for you. When can I come back to tell you more about that?
When you get that when you get those butterflies in your body and that fear hits your body, do it, because that on the other side of that fear is success. It's your ego telling you to take the safe option. That's what it is. Take the safe option. It's safe. You don't have to worry about it. But on the other side of that fear is success. You just got to jump. You got to leap. That's it.
So what would you suggest to teammates on what to bring, who to cold call? And I mean, you kind of already said what to say to start the conversation. Like, who can, I do the same thing. I walk into a smoke shop and I'm like, hey, I'm Melissa. I'm representing the purest CBD in the US. And they immediately will always tell me, well, that's a bold statement. I said, I know, but it's true. And like, that's what I tell them. And so I say, like, me personally, I go, can I set up a time to chat with your owner or your buyer to discuss you guys representing our CBD and our CBD products? Like, that's what I say to get the conversation going. But for me, many times it turns immediately into come to my back office, let's talk sort of a situation, as opposed to, so I have to be prepared to go. Like, I like many times it's a sale right then and there. So what would you suggest to teammates on what to bring and what types of businesses to walk into? I have my own business, but
I went over the businesses a little bit earlier, but I'll tell you this: I don't cold call. I don't like the phone, so I don't do it. I cold walk into their store. If that
yeah, sorry, I guess I should. I don't call either. I do not call. I don't call because it's impersonal, and it's so much more personal to walk in there with my hemp shirt on. I'm a human being. And who are you more likely to say no to? A telemarketer or someone who walks right into you face to face? So if you want yeses, go meet people.
Yeah, and some things are going to happen organically. Other businesses are going to see businesses close by to them selling. They're going to reach out to you. Where do you think you have the best potential for reorders? A business that's selling it for you, or are you doing it personally? And when we're thinking about the binary aspect of it, I mean, who's going to reorder more, a business or a single person? And at the end of the day, I'm trying to help masses rather than a single person at a time. That's my goal. But you're also going to get affiliates within that, because these are people that, that aren't making a lot of money, 11, 12 bucks an hour, that want to change their lives. So you can change lives for people individually, or you can change them for the masses by just being proud of what you're doing and yeah, just believing in it. If you're here to make a quick buck, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. It's your intentions and your goals that are going to do it. So
yeah. Well, awesome, guys. Yeah, I will say, like, one thing I thought was really, really amazing that Jason's doing is he's really using the CBD coffee. And he's walking into donut shops. Hold on. Yes. Dinner's ready. I'm almost done. Okay. Thank you. He's walking into donut shops. He's walking into coffee shops. He went up to Mount Lemon, which is here in Tucson-ish, kind of. And he is taking the coffee, he's taking the products, and he's like, hey, I don't know exactly. I'm paraphrasing probably what he's saying and making it up, but hey, I've got this amazing new CBD coffee out, and it's, a hot trend that's really helping people. Who can I talk to about, you guys representing it? And these businesses are selling CBD coffee for $5 a cup. That box costs them $50. They're making $100 profit on selling $5 a cup CBD coffee. Guys, people would spend that on, I'm sorry if you like Starbucks. I think it's shitty coffee, personally. I think it tastes like burnt coffee, and they mask it with a ton of sugar to make it taste better. That's my personal opinion. But stepping off that, people spend $7, $8 on venti mega large. I love going to Starbucks and ordering a large. They freak out. They're like, you mean the venti? I'm like, no, it's just the large. But I'll have a large lemonade or whatever. But people spend $7, $8 on those Frappuccino crap stuff. It doesn't even have CBD in it. And they'll spend $5 on a coffee that has CBD in it. And so these businesses are rolling in, and then they're able to sell the product off the shelf too. So he's using that in donut shops and cafes and meat markets and delis. And then he's going to the business next door and saying, hey, these guys are representing our CBD over here. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to make some extra cash with it too. And he's going to the next business next door. Yo, Mr. Veterinarian, these guys are using our CBD in their coffee, and I wanted to, offer you an opportunity to make some extra money, help your pets a little bit more naturally by, utilizing our pet line. And hey, Mr. Nail Salon, these guys are using our CBD products over here. We have a facial line as well as tinctures that you could sell and make some extra money here in your salon, so on and so forth, and using that with each other. But I think the coffee thing is brilliant, guys, because if you can walk into somewhere, have a 30-second, these guys are busy, and you say, well, our CBD coffee, you get 30 servings at about $50, depending on which way you go. And you can sell it for $5 a pack and make $100 profit per box. So you're tripling your money you've invested. And that's, an easy thing to say in 15 seconds to people. And so that gets their attention for you to sit down and talk CBD, who can help, wire's the best, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So yeah, I think that was a really cool thing he was doing. Does anybody have any other questions for Jason? I don't see any.
Jason.
Yeah.
When you take their products, or you have the company order their product, do you then give them business cards in case their customers want to direct order from you, or how do you do that part of it? Or you just strictly?
No, I sign them up as preferred customers, and I want the traction to build so they can make money on the business themselves. So I'll give them a couple business cards, but realistically, I want them to sell the product and then become an affiliate so that they can make money themselves. But I need them to see the traction first before they'll commit to that.
Right. Okay.
I personally sign them up as an affiliate. And what I've done for my shops is, I've created a little flyer on basically the 10 reasons to try HempWorks, and I just little these that they'll put up on their shelves that like try this CBD, not this CBD, and it'll have their affiliate information, like their website, so they can get paid on a reorder if they want. But a lot of my shops, like I ask them, I'm like, do you want that done? Because some of them are like, I don't want anything to do with the online part of it. Like, it's too complicated. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. So that's how I've been doing it. But also
playing a little bit of a long game. I'm playing a little bit of a long game because money's not really important to me. So I want to play the long game, and I'll get them as affiliates, bet. But I'm going to take my time with it and nurture and grow them and let them see the traction, the people that don't know the business yet.
So I keep them in the business, and like everybody's going to have it different. I keep them in the business. I automatically sign them as an affiliate, so they do have that, and they have access to the training right away if they want, because I do get some that want to do it and then see it later or whatever. But also, I set up a CBD information event within 30 days of them becoming an affiliate, like usually the week that they get their product or the week after. So we promote it. Like we're like at my vape shop right now, we're promoting it, and people can either get CBD samples and reserve their spot for $20, and then they get a sample pack to take home. But then because a lot of my vape shops, they have like a lounge in the back, and so they enjoy like the social aspect of it, and they have a lot of repeat customers. So these customers want to come in here, like, because they see 100 different CBDs on the shelf. And they're like, I don't know, like that didn't work for me. I know that, and that didn't work for me. And so that's how I added value to my shops. I was like, hey, this is going to help your consumers become educated and the product to push through to sell. So you're not just sitting on it. And so they can become educated on what to look for in quality CBD and effective CBD, and to get that repeat business as well. So then, of course, it builds the relationship for me, because they're like, you're willing to come out here and do that? I'm like, yeah. They're like, my other CBD vendors don't do that. I'm like, that's because they're shitty CBD. I told you I was the purist, right? So that's what's helped me a ton. Like when I was like, yeah, I want to come in and do these educational seminars for your customers, they were like, but I'll buy now. Like that was like, he's like, put your computer up, I'll buy something now. I'm like, okay. I mean, but
yeah,
I don't want it to just sit there. I want it to the repeat. So
that's kind of what happened with us. Like, I don't want to interrupt you, but when I went down there, they were like, dude, you drove all this way just to meet us? Like, that means a lot. And after I left yesterday, the guys were like, we really appreciate you coming out here. Like, I can't wait to work with you in the future, blah, blah, blah. It's putting that effort forth. It's putting that extra oomph in that. And it just showing them that you're confident enough to do that, and that you have this product that can change lives. I mean, you're willing to make that effort for them. They'll be willing to go along with you.
One thing I will say is when you're cold calling businesses, guys, what I would recommend doing is if you get a no, they're like, no, like we don't think that's something we want to shelve. We're too busy. End with like, I'll be right there. Okay, I'm almost done. I got to go soon, but end with okay, well, could I leave like a lead box here so that your clients could potentially win some free CBD? And you can put your business cards and raffle slips up there and go back once a week and pick up the leads. And maybe throw them a sample pack and say, I really appreciate you letting me leave this here. That's a way to exponentially, I've left lead boxes at oil change places, at salons. I mean, anywhere where there's people that come in, and I've gotten leads after leads after leads from that. So I do have to go eat dinner soon. Does anybody else have any other questions? No?
I actually have a quick question for Jason.
Yes. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Gretchen?
It's Amber.
Amber, there it is.
Or I guess for anybody who'd like to answer, when you guys go to the coffee shops and businesses, let's do coffee shop as the example. Do you bring a sample with you for them to try, or do you just kind of walk in and say, hey, this is this awesome product we have, and then continue with trying to feel them out and see where they're at?
So I haven't even gotten my first order yet, by the way. So I don't have any physical product.
Yeah, I actually love that he doesn't, because like so many people use it as an excuse. The excuse I hear is, well, I haven't tried the product. Okay, well, here's the thing, guys. We've been in business with HempWorks for about 15, 16 months, and we are now the fastest growing brand. We offer a 30-day money back guarantee. We wouldn't do that with a product that didn't work. Okay, know what quality extraction is for CBD and have that faith in knowing that we have the best. Learn about that, and you will have so much confidence in coming to market without product even. So I actually really love, like, guys, he is going to promote to 5K this month, and maybe 2 of the weeks in the month he'll have his product. He's not getting his product until what, Wednesday, Jason?
There, Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really no excuse. Like, it's probably worked in your favor, because I think like you should maybe have one just in case if you have it, but if you don't be afraid not to pitch it. Like,
Yeah,
people don't walk into a salon or Starbucks and go, "Can you just make me a Frappuccino and let me try it?" And then like I'll buy it if I like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, same thing for us. Like, there's multiple people that are gonna like different coffees, and so you don't have to like something to sell it, I don't think.
But I will say this is important. So if I have somebody like really on the edge that isn't quite sure, I say, if you don't sell this 1 box of coffee, let me know. I'll come get it for you and I'll sell it. I mean, that's the confidence I have in this business and this product. You know, if you don't sell this box, I'll come get it for you and I'll sell it and I'll make the money back. Don't worry. You know, because I know it's going to sell.
Yeah, I think the signage is really important, and the social media announcement. So-and-so Donut Wheel is now offering CBD coffee, and like blast that to your friends and in groups and things like that. So
organic website traffic, by the way. I mean, people trust local businesses more than they do an individual salesperson, you know? So I'm trying to leverage that the best that I can, so that, you know, if they see, oh, well, I've been going there for 20 years, of course I'll try it. You know, if they're doing it, I want to do it. So you just the momentum of that. That's all you do.
Any other questions, guys?
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right. Well, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Jason. I love that you guys are killing it. Both of them, they'll be promoted to 5K by the end of the month, which is awesome, because most businesses actually, their sales decrease in the month of November, December, January, and we are still exploding, and I love it. So keep the momentum. Everyone's been killing it. Like, God, our team is just on fire. I love it. So just remember that if you are growing a team, they're only going to work as hard as you work. So you have got to get to work, show them where to find information, guide them along, and get them plugged in. Okay, guys? Don't miss out on this advantage for what this industry is going to do. Don't not work this, because you will regret it in the next couple of years, I promise you. So get to work. So many ways to work it. If I will put this up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to stop recording here.